Well, good evening. I am as confused, shocked, and perhaps even angered as you are that this is not a Dominions 5 stream, but something completely different, a very unorthodox game to see on the channel. But this is Control. I don't really know anything about this game, but I can't help but feel I've seen a speedrun of it. Maybe that'll come together in my head as we go through it. This is a Patreon game for today, so we're going to run through it for a couple of hours and see how we feel. Let's get going.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello?
Right, enough movies in my video games. Let's have some actual video games. She was talking about Shawshank Redemption, right? There was a poster in that one with a hole behind it. I'd say spoilers, but surely everyone's seen that by now. As for this game, I don't know what I'm looking at here. This thing's awfully shiny though. Right, so immediately feels like some kind of third-person action game. Maybe a third-person shooter if we can find ourselves a gun. This looks like America, so we're doubtlessly going to find a gun. Collectibles. Sure. Certain objects not allowed, da 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 da. Nothing smart. Wait, you're not allowed number 2 pencils? Bizarre. I'm not a number 2 pencil in probably decades.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Isn't that what we saw in the entrance hall? So some people were asking who submitted this one. Unless it's a weekly one-shot, I don't make a habit of ousting whoever submitted games, unless they want to, but I haven't mentioned that before. If it's a weekly one-shot or an otherwise challenged stream, then absolutely you will be named and either glorified or shamed for a good or bad challenge. Not by me, of course. Don't do the dirty work myself. Hang on, I thought this picture changed when we had the open. No, we looked at this other picture. Our bureau at work. And this is the Janny that we saw in the opening.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
My gut reaction is to say no idea what's going on here, but it could be that I should be reading these collectibles to see what everything's about. Somebody else is saying, why do people put in games? Maybe it's to try to spur me into doing a long play of them, or maybe it's just to see how, you know, they don't want to play the games themselves, they want to have somebody else play it to see what it's all about. And that's legitimate. Sometimes you could think, oh, it's a couple hours either way, either playing it yourself or watching someone else play it. But I don't buy that. There's a certain investment that comes into actually firing up and playing a game. I found that today. I had a bunch of different games, and I thought, I want to give these each a quick spin cycle to see what they're like, and then find out if I want to play them a bit more. But it does take a bit of an investment just to fire up that game, get into the mind space for it, get going with it, and some were hits, some were definitely misses. An interesting one was Ronin, I think. I'm sure it had Ronin in the name. Hey, it's the Janny.
Hey,
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin johan on helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
A lot of Finnish representation in games these days, then, is there? Right, up the elevator we go.
The cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help? Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
American Heroes in chat saying, I feel like the people want to direct a movie but had to make do with the game. There are totally directors out there like that. But I don't know. Let's see if we get some gameplay here first.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
No,
Something's
not
outside.
really.
Was coming here a mistake?
Okay, well, leaving isn't on the cards, it seems. If there's something obvious like pick up the gun, it's fun to explore other things you can do that don't involve taking the happy route the game wants, but looking a little locked in here, so let's get the power of gun.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Okay, it's long lost me, but let's go. Wonder if I can just jump off the... Yeah, I can. Sweet. Aww. First thing you gotta do when you see a pit in the game is jump into it. Establish the rules between you and the bottomlessness. V for Malay, that's a little off. Oh, I like the way this lady punches. Brutally. Wait, she's not even punching.
The same gun. Okay.
Very well
Now I have
then.
a gun.
Do we do this stalker style and shoot the first person we see in the face? I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I'm not very good at shooting. Well, I can shoot fine. Aiming's a different story altogether, though. It's alright though. Why shoot when we can clearly punch incredibly hard? These fists don't need reloading. Little tempting to rebind that from V though, that is awkward. Wonder if I could middle mouse button with a fist. Combat, melee. Oh, launch is middle mouse button though. What a disaster. Okay, what else we got going for us? These guys aim as bad as I do.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things are quieted down outside.
Always double tap.
Safe to go.
What is this all about?
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror.
Hey, Zombieland was pretty good. I don't live by those rules, but they're good rules. Right, I'm not sure if these guys are going to be up for a punching match, but I'll give it to them anyway. Ah, doesn't seem to quite kill them. What a shame. Alright, so a bit meaner than our tutorial block buddies. However, maybe if... Nah, enough of this. I need my middle mouse button melee. V is just beyond strange for that. There we go. Wait, what? Yeah, melee can be there. Much better. Now they won't know what hit them.
Get the fuck away!
Language. Ah, I keep expecting R will make me reload, but no, it changes the shoulder that I'm looking over. Yeah.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance.
Hitting R is just second nature here, but I don't need to.
Okay.
Lovely. This is quite nice and visceral, this combat. Brutal. Yeah, we can rebind the controls, I just did. Bit over the top all this, isn't it? Oh, maybe they just keep coming. See, so many games can just be improved by having a good punch. Headshot boost. Headshot damage increase. Yeah, sure, why not? Because I can nail all my headshots. Seems nice and safe in here, but can't just wait out the 2 hours in the shelter. Let's get back out there. Wherever there is. Ah, that's right. This path here was blocked off and now it is not.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy?
No,
Alright.
the hiss is the noise those snakes make when we fight Cetus.
That was contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Not sure what I'm achieving by shooting the floating bodies in the ass, but let's do what comes naturally. A second class? What? Second class about to be punched is what? Ah, durable, I see. There we go. My lack of spatial awareness was not made for this.
Anatomy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Huh? Okay, up there doesn't seem to be the way to go. Durable just means a couple extra punches. They seemed oddly resilient to the punches, and they can shoot back pretty quickly after the old 5-finger death punch.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me?
The Pope?
Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still...
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope. Emily Pope. Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me?
Yeah, fan of game and glad you're enjoying this Patreon movie. Ooh, can I get in? Ah. Thought I could lock myself in this, but can I shoot you? Can I punch you? No, sadly not. She's wearing thick plot armor. So are her nameless, faceless guards. Cheng's distinct difference in the effort put into that guy compared to our heroine here. What are you doing? Yeah, back away, sunshine. Okay, what's going on now? He must have been stuck in that control room for a long time. Finding a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not sure I need to care about any of it though. Except my loadout. But nothing else I can add to good old gun here. Good old gunner. Oh right, I meant to purge something or cleanse something. Alright, what's your issue?
Has burrowed too deep.
Nah, she's in a better place now.
Apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there.
And there we shall go.
Here once you have the hotline.
Goodbye, Pope Leo. Now, John Collins asks an interesting question in that can't we just skip all the cutscenes? Well, now these cutscenes are absolutely ear-gougingly painful for me.
A welcome message.
Can't stand these movie games. However, there's what, 200 odd people watching right now, meaning that although it's hurting me, it's also hurting about 200 other people. And that makes it, you know, a 200 to 1 exchange. Pretty good one in my book. Health element per pickup or health in general? Probably the health pickup's gonna be better. I get hit quite a bit here. I wonder if we leave bloody footprints. Nah, what a shame. Double tap. Whoa, now. Good thing they can't aim either. I wonder if those health things they drop actually go away. Hope not. Kinda need those. What is it with punishment games masquerading as Patreon games or weekly one-shots, says Taciturn? I don't know. The thing is, I can't know every game. Although I'd like to someday. Might be a bit of a tall order, though. So it's not like I can say, no, please don't instill this horrors upon the channel. And there's nothing saying this is horrors. I bet if you cut out all the cutscenes, there's a pretty good game here. The gunplay feels pretty great. The problem is we only had about 3 minutes of it. Oh, it takes me all the way back here. Well, back we go. And let's make a mental note not to run into the deep red areas. They burn.
There it is again. A welcome message.
I wonder how much lethality a bullet loses when it goes through glass. It's essentially a liquid, so it's going to slow it down a bit. You know, not enough punching here. There we go. Feels a whole lot better. Feels great, even. The shooting and the punching together. Not to mention an easily accessible map that is really good and concise. That's good for me because I'm terrible at finding my way around. What do we have here? Unload reading. That looks like I've only got one space for a weapon mod on this thing. So headshot damage or rate of fire. Nah. I'm good on the headshots with my fist. Where'd that bullet come from? Where did that come from? There's a lot of mentions of SCP going on in the chat. Now let me think. There was a point when I started looking into SCP, can't remember why, I'd probably just recently played SCP Control something or other. That thing with the monster that comes at you when you're blinking, because I was looking for spooky games. And I was reading up on a lot of SCP stuff, and it is just trash. Like, it all reads like it's written by 13-year-olds. All these different SCPs that they come up with. Oh, it was awful. Speaking of awful, getting shot in the ass myself here. That guy had a shield on him. I know, I'll punch it away. Oh, it worked! If ever there's a problem that can't be solved by fist.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Fascinating. So when do I get these powers that I've remapped to V? Probably right now. not a fan of this lass whenever she opens her mouth, but the way that she solves all of her problems with fist, I can really get behind. Oh, we can fast travel. To where? Not many places. Looks like I need to go here, which is probably more accessible from there. Let's do it. E should also work on your powers. It's far better to use. It is. E's normally mapped for use, but we have F here. And there's no R for reloading. Oh, it's you again. Sadly, that's a problem that can't be punched away. Is this really not open for me? No. Perhaps I can go up and over there. No, this thing also doesn't want to open up for me. Hey, they cleaned up the body, but not the blood. Alex says it's been 46 minutes already. This game is stealing my life, and not in the good Dominion's way. Is the Dominion way really that good? I've lost so many hours to Dominions already. And not just what I've streamed. I also have been looking at the game way too much. Without even playing it. Just thinking up pretender designs. Not even playing with them, just thinking them up. And it's so good. Still, I can't wait to wash my hands of Dominions. One more single player game until I can thrash the AI on impossible mode. And then whenever Fan of Gaming sets up that multiplayer, I'll have that as well. And then we can move on. And some people have been dubious about that, thinking it'll be the Frostpunk level of move on. But maybe that's quite accurate. We have moved on from Frostpunk. Boom. Headshot. Oh, we're back in the bathroom. Hold on, was there a G there? That was probably telling me to deck myself out with something else. But our slots are limited. Hang on, there's also something about missions here that I'm not paying attention to. Navigate through the communications department. Well, sure, if I can find my way there. Finding my way to places, not my strong point. Surviving's not these guys' strong point. Come on, lads. Put your backs into it. Personal mod energy recovery, you say? I have energy? Is that the gun energy, or am I using up energy by running? If it's the latter, I certainly haven't noticed it. Okay, there's a lot of way forwards that are appearing blocked off for me. Maybe I need to go through this way, up and around.
hope you looked over. We'll find your mama together.
I'm at a loss. Can see why they have the drinks here. Yeah, I'm developing bad feelings towards Finns. So is this game actually made by Finns? I feel like our punch is getting stronger. Jake, the rum's gone. Why is the rum gone? I recall an entire day of work spent listening to Why Is the Rum Gone on repeat. Better than the hobbits are heading to Isengard. Remedy is a Finnish studio, though I imagine they have plenty of workers from elsewhere.
We're on the right track.
I'll buy. Hang on. Wasn't I here ages ago? Ah, right. Well, perhaps I just completely missed this door. Sounds likely. Ah, it won't open up. This place is full of bathrooms. Maybe it just feels like that because Resident Evil has pretty much none of them. He was turning.
An object of power. Looks like the place have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Oh, right. I know what solves your problem. Whole heap of punching. C to crouch. I was trying to crouch earlier, but game was having none of it. That probably lets out these pulse waves, which are not good for me. Alright, have at.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Okay, now we're talking. Right, who wants some? Okay, punching gets rid of this. Ah, right, so we have that power thing. I see, I see. Don't worry, game, me too. I'm also nobody's director. Oh, good fight, good night, friends. Aww. This game doesn't deserve this gameplay. Quite right, this gameplay's fantastic. The rest of the game, considerably less so. Oh, I'll put right back at the start, what a shame. Alright, I'll take some actual care with my character then. For what it's worth, Jake, you died because you forgot to double tap. Is that so? Like Alan Wake, the only way to enjoy the game is to mute the voices, turn off the subtitles so the horrible story and characters can't reach you. Never played Alan Wake, but with that kind of recommendation, I'll be sure not to. Shouldn't want to grab all the things, sadly. Alright, I don't have the power for everything. Nice. This gunplay is some good stuff.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
They're effective against shields. Well, I know something else that's effective against shields. It's a whole load of fist. Aha, cardboard box. They'll never see that coming. And a bag of sand. Yeah, you're right. It does sound like a record scratch, doesn't it? Hey Jake, you plan on playing Caesar 3 again? It's an inevitability. Like night follows day, like every odd-numbered Star Trek episode is terrible. It's just going to happen. But it's not about to happen now. I have played a lot of Caesar 3 in the past month or two, and it's, I've scratched the itch. The itch will return in due time. Awesome, you choose Caesar 3 videos. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy them. I certainly do. Fantastic game. But like I said, the itch is scratched for now. So until it comes back, no more Caesar 3. Oh, there is fall damage, okay. I was very convinced there was not because we survived an earlier fall, but there you go. Now, can I launch my way through this? Yeah, trust me, he was turning.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
This game's got some good destruction going on. Very good destruction, even. I feel like the gameplay was made by one team and the writing done by another considerably less inspired team. Punch it, punch it, punch the floor. Oh. It takes a particularly uninspired individual to make a video game and go, let's make it like every movie ever. I'm so disenfranchised with movies. Undefined reloading, you say? Do you plan on playing the Pharaoh remake? No. I'm just not into Pharaoh. In fact, I'm not into any of those other Impression city builders other than Caesar 3, and I have tried all of them. Even Baron was playing through Pharaoh, and after a while of that, he was like, you know, Jake, I can see why you stick to Caesar. I'm guessing that clearance will unlock some doors that were previously inaccessible to us. Like you, perhaps? Hey. Thank God that guy left that line around for us. Huh. I did security for an office that looked much like this. What's all this stuff about? Looks deadly. Looks exceptionally deadly. Let's test it out. Yeah, quit your worrying, just jump over it. So it's like the floor is lava, but even if you stand on things on top of the floor, it still hurts. Jake, you need to stop watching bad movies. I've generally stopped watching movies altogether. I think the last film I saw was Deadpool. And the only other film that I really want to watch is Deadpool 2. I even had free cinema tickets for it, just never got around to it. And now those tickets are long expired. How wasteful. Deadpool was fantastic though, because it didn't feel like I was watching a movie. They can fly? Yeah, okay, well, I cast anti-air. Oh, he's casting anti-ground. Whoops. Oh, what a shame. Should have cast fire arrows. Don't think I didn't see the impressionless on you. I didn't want to acknowledge it, but it also wasn't that bad. When I'm watching a movie, I just can't shake this feeling of this feels like I'm watching a movie. Everybody sounds the same, the writing always feels the same. I feel like you know what's going to happen, like half an hour before it even happens. It just feels so predictable, and I hate that. Not even watch many movies. You've got like the same voice that's used for every male and female lead. So many cliches everywhere, it's just disgusting. Maybe it would be better if I watched more indie movies then. More movies like In Bruges. In Bruges is good. Oh, he's got friends. But of course. Goes away to explaining what happened to me last time then. I'm gonna make a run for the health. Don't hit me. I almost didn't hit me. Gutted. I'd rather watch Red Letter Media moan about reviews, movies, than watch movies myself. I just don't get involved. Okay, I'm clearly getting my ass kicked here. Not too surprised though. Not good at this kind of combat at all. I'm playing on whatever the default difficulty is. And what is the default difficulty? Gameplay... da 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 da. If there even is a difficulty. Well, if there is, I'm not seeing it. Alright, have at then. Oh, I can go up. Maybe get a better shot at him from up here. Maybe land a shot at all to begin with. Right, so as best I can tell, he summons his wee blocky things. I throw something at him to make him drop them. And then... pew pew pew. Bish bash bosh. Where you at, sunshine? Oh, jings. Well, my brilliant plan, not quite so brilliant. Mocking Jake's aim seems like low-hanging fruit. I've never claimed to be good at aiming. But Dark Young, your aiming is one thing that you pride yourself on, which makes mocking your, infrequent though they are, miss shots all the more enjoyable.
They can fly now. Great.
Young misses the shots in XCOM. Am I even hurting this thing? Today's victory brought to you by this pillar. There we go.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
See that? I have a feeling he'll be back. That feels like a movie line, and I can't really put my finger on what about it feels like a movie line, but it does disgust me.
Has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Amazing.
The hotline can't be far now.
Jake gets said a lot in movies. Movies like copying each other a lot for some reason. You know, games like copying each other a lot.
Been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Okay. They got a shotgun under the counter for me or something? Oh no, I can't even shoot. Grim tidings. Right, I'm gonna make a guess that I need to move forward through all the... oh, okay, maybe not. Curse those 4-foot falls. I'm not hating this gameplay at all. The writing, on the other hand, is abysmal. Oh, good grief. That's a fair bit to put me back. Hope we enjoyed this fight a lot, so we get to do it again, I think. Oh, maybe not. I wonder if there was a save point I was meant to activate.
Whoa.
There we go.
Have you been here before?
So I guess I can use this to walk along to the end and then...
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road.
I don't know, breaker my way through? No, okay.
This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Hello? Anyone here?
Some weird patterns going on here. maybe not. Thought one of these opening might be my ticket out of here. Oh yeah, this game does look pretty as well. I'll give you that for free. Very pretty even.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Casino. Yes, please. Okay, don't know what we're doing back in the Shadow Realm here, but looks like we've got something to play with. Okay, maybe it doesn't like us playing with it. Normally I can just punch my problems away, but that floating ethereal mess, less than keen on it. Thinking about it, didn't see a lot of Dominion's 5 races that do lots of punching. Not that I've seen all the races. No, it's having none of it. I guess they're just patrolling units that we have to run past. So Alec brings up Kingdom Come Deliverance. I mentioned before that that game is kind of pervasively persisting in my mind, and it still is. I was 90% of the way to actually just spending my, well, my day today playing that. But I didn't. I still think I'm going to open it back up again and give it another serious go.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo.
Are we just carrying it in our pockets?
I need to get back to Emily.
Alright, back we go. I'm surprised, you're surprised Kingdom Come impacted me that way. I mean, I had a miserable time. Well, not miserable, it wasn't Stalker. I didn't have a particularly fun time playing... Jesse, that's enough. Just shut your trap. I didn't have a particularly enjoyable time playing Kingdom Come. But, after playing it, I was left feeling like, well, you know, I kind of want to play the game again. wander around, indiscriminately killing anyone and everyone we come across, just being a general pain in the arse. Because the game is gorgeous. It looks and even feels gorgeous to run around in. And the idea of prowling around those really quite lush forests and paths and rivers, just murdering everyone, stealing their stuff and selling it to the nearest buyer. Yeah, I wouldn't mind spending a day doing that in Kingdom Come Deliverance. At least I think I wouldn't mind it. Oh, that man has seen stuff. Yeah, back up. There are more of them than before, aren't there? Now where's that Emily Quine at? I should have asked her for more clearance. Okay, orienteering is not my strong point, but where is she? Damage boost, you say? Good on the headshots. Don't need a crutch like a damage boost. Okay, really, Emily, what are you up to? Perhaps here, right? We got the level clearance thing. No. Where's our pal? Try the boardroom, Jake. Sure. Ah, of course, this is where I left you as well.
I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss?
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests. I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Now, is there anyone at all, watching these cutscenes thinking, wow, this is brilliant?
Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
The gameplay, though. Gameplay's great. Right, let's get away from these people. I don't know where, but anywhere other than... Oh, what do we have here? I can get my upgrades. Well, I seem to be hurting on the health. Saw some of that. Ooh, fist. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Oh. Okay, well, maybe I can throw things harder. No? Okay. Yes, but I am a bit drunk, says Pandy. Right, I see. Weapon forms, mods. I'm not big into games with weapon modding, or weapon modding in-game, rather. Well... That's weird. I guess these are all like submissions and things to do in the game, but I'm not terribly interested.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Yeah, Monster Hunter had tons of weapon modding, and I was big into that. Max saying I cannot fathom opening an ability screen and picking something without reading all the options. Perhaps, but I can't fathom opening up Rants 5 or 6, playing them, and then continuing to play them, going, this is a good way to spend my time.
If I can find Auntie,
different people are different.
Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear.
Speaking of Aero games, good to have someone around called At.
Is Ahti guiding me too?
Oh. Damn, they're immune to my double tapping. Rants 5D isn't a good way to spend anyone's time. Correct. God, that was an unpleasant way to spend my time. Punchy, punchy. Ah, that feels good. Oh, that feels a little less good though. Oh, down I go. Lovely. Good thing we picked up that extra punch strength. When you're playing Alchemy Meister again, probably never. I've already done 2 full run-throughs of it. And what is there left to do? Oh, I guess there's Pink Route to do. But I don't know, it can't be so different that it justifies another playthrough. The game is pretty big. The main storyline's not that challenging at all, sadly. Of course, those extra fights are... What the heck? Well, punching indiscriminately does have its downsides. Yeah, it's those extra quests. That's where the real fun is. Oh, these guys are gonna kill me. I'm a shred away from death here. Oh, ooh, that restores my health. Well, looks like we're back in business. Whoa, now. Did I throw a grenade, or did I just blow something up again? There's still all the actual challenging NG Plus maps you didn't do. See, that's not really appealing to go back to. Even if that's where a lot of the fun was before. I liked fighting that NG Plus map without any NG Plus gear. That felt tense. Had to plan for it quite a bit and adapt on the fly, but the idea of grinding up for that, far less appealing. Well, long story short... Oh, they are throwing grenades, I think. No, maybe not. I thought I saw something that looked like a grenade position indicator. But no, I think it's just enemy position, or this is where the bullets are coming from indicator. Any more for any more? Nah, I think we've made our point. Oh ho!
What's down that way?
What's the janitor keeping for us?
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, yes. Easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yaha, you think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, että this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ahti.
Now, if we could just replace all the other interactions in the game with just interactions with that, we'd have a much better game in our hands. Okay, that looked like it would have weapons in it, but sadly not. Something about heading back somewhere. Yeah, probably. When he said in the back, where exactly did he mean? Maybe down here?
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous. An object of power. How do you think it got down here?
Not that far down, lassie. The entire setup makes me think of Portal. Enjoying your tests, Jake? Portal's a fantastic game. Portal 2 was a great game, stretched a little far and thin. But this game, this feels nothing like Portal. In fact, I'm struggling to see what resemblance you're seeing in it all. But struggling to see is something I do a fair bit of. If I could have jumped that before falling down, or instead of falling down.
A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Oh, and with that we've unlocked the ability to evade. Oh, I bet I can evade while jumping. Well, that is an awkward button to hit for it. Very awkward. Golden enemies are immune. Okay, well, good for them. Evaded enough.
Let's see the hiss keep up with me now.
Key bindings aside, which I would probably fix for this if I had a bit more time left on the clock. This whole running, gunning, moving, punching feels so good. Is there a game with, say, this gameplay but without this plot? Or voice acting, or characters, or just strip this gameplay out and put it into anything else. Put it into Pajama Sam if you want. And we'd be on to a real winner. Right, so maybe this is what he meant by in the back. Huh.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
There we go. 4-foot fall will take her down, but she can't be crushed by elevators.
Hey, are you new? Go talk with Chief Arish, security booth. He's in charge here.
Cursed plot armor. Right, speak with security. It's stringing a lot of very unrelated things together here.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
Alright, fix the pumps, fix the energy converters. I'm not really sure we're going to be doing our Super Mario down here, but as long as there's stuff we can shoot and punch, we'll be okay. Bet I'd die if I fell down there. So let's not test that theory. Oh. Ah, now my enemies are throwing explosives at me. I can play that game too. That's it. I don't have an issue with the dialogue part apart from the internal monologue, says Max. Okay. I mean, my tastes are not going to be everyone else's tastes, but I still can't stand it. Again, it's because it makes me feel like I'm watching a movie here when that stuff goes on. Brawler class is pretty good here. Whoa, not this stuff again. The floor is lava, and I don't seem to just be able to mosey my way around it. Is this what I fix?
It's fried up. Fix it before the old twig plants inside that has a shit fit.
The old twig plants do what now, Max? Good thing we have a translator on hand. Whoa now. Oh boy, that was well timed. I wonder if I can catch those things in midair. Now, I'd hazard there are multiple ways to find that out. Come on, something left of you. Any thoughts on the publisher 505 Games? What's the publisher 505 Games published? And yeah, it's hard to have feelings about a publisher, rather a developer. A little too injured for your shenanigans, buddy. Ooh. Let's back up a bit there, though. This combat feels so good. I need to look up other games that have something like this. This is not usually what I'd play, so it has a nice novelty to it.
Fix the pumps and water flow.
But why, though? At seems all-powerful. I'm sure he could take care of it. What are we up to then? Thought maybe there might be a way up and over and around to that question mark place on the map. This is a no-go. Aha! What do I want exactly? Does 505 Games publish any Scopa? Never got around to having a big old Scopa match. I think that would be a lot of fun. For like 30 minutes to 2 hours. Beyond that, might be a little tricky. Delays caused by house shifts does not count towards overtime. Overtime. Okay, this is not the place for us. Scopa 2 hours of hell when... Yeah... I think it would be a lot of fun. I'm not sure if anyone submitted a Scopa challenge. I don't really want to play just Nancy Drew's Scopa for hours on end, even though it is a standalone game. Maybe a wee community game of Scopa. Maybe even with something on the line. Now that would be appealing. Oh, we're just back here. I guess I want to head down and around here clockwise and get to the question mark place, but... well, no going around here. What in the world? Oh well, punchy punchy. Ah. They appear to explode. Not a problem. This reminds me of the flagellant build I was trying to make for Dominions. Just have them run in, scream, and explode. Seemed like a great idea. In practice, I don't think it's going to win anything. Dominions. This game does a very good job of allowing you to pick up just about anything and throw it at just about anything, including my fists. Hell, especially my fists. Really glad I got that dodge though. It's working wonders on these explodey guys. Punch it until it's clean. How is Dominions going? Is the end in sight? Yeah, one more session and we're done with the long play. The multiplayer notwithstanding, that'll be a separate thing altogether. So at the end of Dominions 5 on... yeah, Wednesday. We'll roll the next long play. Don't know what's going to be on that list yet. I'm sure I'll figure it out. A little bit of me wants to put Kingdom Come Deliverance on it, but a bigger part of me just wants to play that in my spare time. Besides, if I put it on the long playlist, I'm going to be encouraging people to put games that I hate forward. In a misguided hope that they will end up played for longer. I'm not doing myself any favour by actually doing that with stuff like Dominions. But we don't all get what we want. Even me. They're still shooting at me.
city. Fix it fast. If the plant goes boom, we can throw the spoon in the bowl.
Now Max, why would anyone throw the spoon in the corner? Destructo Disc, go! And just like every use of the Destructo Disc, it failed. Oh, jeez! I feel like this lady's engaging in Buddha mode.
My old enemy, the Glock, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit.
Well,
He is very clever. He's trying to sneak.
okay, it doesn't like my manual unclogging here. Recently cleaned the pipes around here as well. Whoa, gets unpleasant in there. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bigger plunger.
Hold together a little longer.
Nope, no need to do anything a little longer here. I've had a couple hours of this, and we'll be putting it down. Game is fantastic here. Rather, the gameplay is fantastic here. So I would be very keen to have people put forward weekly one-shots of games that play very similar to this, but don't in any way sound like this. I find the writing is just awful. It's got everything I can't stand about watching movies rolled into the cutscenes in this game. And yeah, I suppose I would probably have a great time with this game if I just skipped everything, but I'd also feel like I'm missing out. That's probably hypocritical, but that's still how it is. Yeah, this just feels good. Feels very good. Well, I'll keep my eyes open on the weekly one-shot submissions for anything like this. It would be a good idea to put on the note plays like Control so that I can keep an eye out for it. In any case, this is our Patreon game for today. Don't expect to see it again. Like I said, I want to play something like this that isn't this. I'll be back again tomorrow because, yeah, speaking of weekly one-shot, I think it's Sunday tomorrow, and we've got some kind of tower defense game, which I've never played before, but hopefully it's good. Infested Planet, I believe it is. So until we have that stream, it is a cheers from me, and very much, and cheerio.